back, everybody. We are back. We have a special guest and his name, and we have our special guest. It's the current ACE heavyweight.
See, Kenny, come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. One, put the mic closer to you first. Put the mic closer to you first.
I mean, get ready.
All right, one more time. Take two.
Take two. All right. Currently, I was studying the whole thing before the damn thing. The current ACE heavyweight champion.
There you go.
The ninth longest
There you go.
reign in pro wrestling. We're at 892 days. Woo! I don't want to fuck with him. He goes as the name of Absolute Alvin. Welcome.
Woo! We got the crowd noise in the back.
There we go.
Hold on, wait. It's a lot of people now.
Yeah, we got a lot of people.
Here we go. Digital K.A.P, thank you, gentlemen, for inviting me. Definitely a pleasure to be here. I was listening to before, man, the topics. I wanted to chip in, but my mic was off and I couldn't talk or nothing. But yeah,
We're
man.
here now.
Glad to be here. Now, we was talking off set. Let's talk about this Mike Tyson thing before we get into it. Let's chat about this, man.
My man already. Look at
Hey, man. There's a podcast. We talking today, baby. We talking today. No, let's chat about Mike. I'm a big Mike Tyson fan, so let's go back. I've been watching.
You have to be.
I've been watching.
Mike, baby. Mike.
I've been watching Mike Tyson since I was maybe about 5 or 6 years old. So my dad used to watch the fights on HBO. So
I remember those.
When he came back in '95, I was all in. So it was on Showtime. So we used to order the fights and everything. So I've been a big Mike Tyson fan.
That's dope.
Never met him. So hopefully one day. But he's walking my house, man. I got a whole bunch in my studio. I got Mike Tyson posters everywhere. Yeah, huge fan.
So basically, your dad got robbed because he was knocking dudes out in the first round.
Yeah. Lost a lot of money, man.
$60,
Yeah. I think they were like 34 back then.
This shit gone.
It was crazy. But yeah, I saw this dude. Now, what y'all think? I think it was justified because the dude was messing with him.
Oh, hands down.
He turned around and gave him a quick three-piece.
You know how justified it is? No one's trying to go after him yet.
That's
right.
What I thought.
Like legit, like no.
I
agree.
felt so sad for Mike. I thought this was another crazy rant that Mike.
Yeah.
You know, he used to go be crazy. He still is a little bit. But I was like, damn, he was doing good. You know, and I thought he just went crazy. But then the video, you know.
But you know how it started, right?
And not exactly.
All right. So what happened was this. At first, the guy saw Mike. He's like, "Oh snap, it's Mike." Mike was so nice, took pictures of him, everything, right? Then he started like poking him, and Mike was like, "Yo, calm down." Then he threw like a water bottle at him or something, and then I don't care who you are, that you did that to yourself.
That's it.
Yeah, you asked for it.
Yeah.
I need that hit.
Everybody
Like,
see the video.
If you see the video of the guy's face, you sit there like, "Yeah, I did that."
Yeah. He's like, oh, damn. But what about his boy? His boy's taping it. Don't you have enough respect for your boy?
Hold on.
Yeah, his boy was across.
Hold on. If your boy did that, you gonna jump in?
No, I'm gonna support my boy. If you doing that, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's probably not a good idea, man. Like, that's Mike Tyson. He was amping him on. He was like, oh,
that's right. He was amping him. You're right. You're right. I take that back. You're right. All right.
He was his hype man. He wasn't trying. Yo,
He
now
should've
come
got up
on.
in there.
At that point, you gotta be like, yo, Kenny, like, chill. Like, he probably gonna knock you out. Like, I want to carry you to the airport.
If I got into that position where he was, I would have had to throw a swing. Like I said.
Yeah,
like we were talking about.
The only reason why I
much.
agree with him is because you're here.
You never know.
You never know.
Hey, catch
Unless
a
you
lucky punch.
right here, and then while I'm getting hit, and it could be the laziest noodle swing. I know in the back of my head, after this fight, I'm gonna get so much poo-tang. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
People gonna love me. Men gonna be like, yo, they're gonna ask me to train them to box. Like just
I
random
go to
shit.
front. You'd have been to the club that night, got free shots from
I would've
everybody.
got free everything.
That's the dude for
You mounted up Mike Tyson.
Yeah, look at it.
Mounted up Mike Tyson. You've been in the club all messed
2
up.
ice packs on my shit.
You'd have been, would have been.
I did it.
He walking with the bottle of ice. Give me that.
I roll up in the stretcher.
It would have been over. Oh man, but
Oh man.
I ain't Mike,
That
stay
was
up.
good, though.
You know, it was justified.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay
Shout out
up.
to Mike Tyson for that.
Absolutely.
know it,
Shout
man.
out to
If
Iron
I was in that
Mike.
predicament, I would have hit you though. I'm telling you that.
So hold on.
Yeah, of course.
So out of all fairness,
I mean,
we get Mike on the show. What you gonna say?
Exactly what I said.
yo, you know he gonna ask you, right?
First
He
of all,
gonna
I wouldn't be
like,
doing
yo,
that
you
to
would
Mike.
hit me?
But again, if I was in the heat of the moment like that dude put himself in for my fame, my clout,
Yeah.
I would have had to swing at him. Like I said, I don't give a shit if it was a noodle punch or.
Well, you mean like you ever see Kung Fu Hustle? When he came out with the stick, was like,
I would flick that motherfucker. You know, I'll do whatever. I'm in the heat of the moment. I'll get a little bob and weave.
Try to catch a quick right hand or something.
There you go.
Bob
And then we were talking.
into a fist. Like,
Alvin and I were talking. What if Mike got knocked out?
Yeah, what if you caught him with a
What if
lucky
that motherfucker
punch
slept?
and you knocked out Mike Tyson? Like what? Where do we go
right
from
in the
here?
jaw, bro. Right in the jaw.
Like where do we go from here? Like you just knocked out. Like I would have been like, you know, like all right, cool, let's go.
Yeah, it is what it is.
yeah.
You know,
I'd be like, time to register
Crazy.
this bad boy.
yeah. Yeah.
Mike 1 and Mike 2.
Hold on. I want to move on to something real quick. It's real personal to me. I'm really putting myself out there like that. I want to be on a weight loss journey from right here, right now.
All right.
I'm owning me being fat. All right.
He's owning to it.
I'm owning to it. And right now, every time we have a podcast, I'm gonna give you an update of my weight loss journey. I'm gonna have videos on everything like that. So right now, I'm at around.
Around. What around? What'd you weigh in at last time?
Right. Like,
We don't want a
let's be
round.
real.
See, the problem is I just went to Miami.
See,
I know there's at least
so we
5
got a
pounds
scale
on.
in the studio. Where's the scale at? We got to get this guy a
gotta
scale.
get-
We need an accurate
yeah,
starting
yeah,
This
point.
is the
I-
weigh-in. This is the weigh-in.
I would say I gotta be 310. There's no other way.
So you think you gained 5 pounds or
I-
10 pounds?
5 pounds.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I think
Add-
before. No, I think
add-
so. Before we left for Miami, I think it was like 305. So
Okay.
I gotta be like 310. There's no way.
Yo, just for all y'all, we're going to weigh him before he even lifts one weight. Before he even stretches, we're going to weigh him. All right?
That's good.
We're
Yeah.
going to keep y'all
Yeah,
posted.
we gonna do this.
That's
We gonna do
it.
this.
Wait up.
We gonna be at your show. You gonna look at me like,
Yeah.
where you weigh at?
I'll be in the ring and be like, Shug, where we at? Shug? Where are we at?
Look at that skinny rooster over there.
You gonna get me in the ring and start slamming?
Chop
Chopping
to the
the shit out of him.
chest.
What I tell you about that way?
I saw you eating those wings the other day. Boom.
I see you with that soda in the ground.
42 grams of sugar. Your ass.
42 grams.
Chili cheese fries, what are you doing?
Yeah, see with the
pop up
beers and shit. Like, what are you
everywhere.
doing?
Out the
Oh, man.
Look at beers like
It's a
Steve
free-for-all.
Austin, like, ah.
It is going to be a free-for-all on
That
May the
is.
7th.
Oh, man,
You sure though? Look,
No,
Seven.
that's
Putting
it.
this now
No,
out there.
I'm dead serious because
Yeah, that is.
I really want to be back. But my high school weight was gonna be like 225.
Okay.
I would ideally like to be 215, 220. I know it's gonna take a lot of time,
I don't
but
think you need to lose 90 pounds, man. That's a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
of
about to
weight.
say that's a lot.
You don't look big.
Your body
You don't.
figure, yeah,
You
can
got a
hold
belly like
more.
all
So
of us.
what-
When we're close to 40. Damn it. I mean,
so what do you
Yeah,
think?
facts.
Give me a roundabout. What do you think?
You'll be perfect like 240.
I was gonna say
245.
250.
Even
250
that.
solid. 250 solid.
All
That'll be
right, so
perfect.
we'll do 250. Let's do
I'll
250.
join you on that journey.
Well, let's
I
do-
know you
let's
would.
Let's do smaller goals. Let's do smaller goals.
All right.
Instead of going so deep, why don't you like, you know what? I'm
20
310.
here, 20
Let's
there.
hit 290.
yeah, make
Okay.
goals. Like
Let's do 290.
you know,
Okay.
checkpoints.
That's
Let's hit 290
Yeah,
checkpoints because
make
it keep you
checkpoints.
on point. Because when you do the long term
give
goal,
up.
which
Yeah.
I've learned, is you do the long term goal and then you'll slip up. And you'll be like, oh, I'm nowhere close to my number. I'm going to just eat this cheeseburger.
So I'll tell you- Go ahead.
If you have a small number, like, okay, I'm
That's a
310,
fact.
let's hit 290.
Yeah.
And you weigh in at 295. Oh, I'm only 5 pounds. All right, let's
Yeah.
cut this out. Let's cut that out. All right, here's 290. Goal 1. Next goal is 275. 275, 265.
All right.
That's why.
So we, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do 290. All right. We go. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen in 2
Your
weeks.
goal, your finish line is what do
It's
you mark?
250 is the finish
250.
line, but the small goal is 290. I know it's not gonna happen in 2 weeks. I understand that, but every time we hop on this podcast now, I'm gonna give you an update. I might be in the gym. We
sir.
may record myself in the gym. Like, listen, Alvin right here. He's gonna let me. He's gonna
I'm
let me
calling
have
it
it.
every week.
He's
just
a-
so you know.
You in-
I'm calling in every week.
So what's your
Like, all right, boys, where we at?
We're gonna do it. We're gonna weigh myself when I'm there. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because I don't know my weight off top, so you know I'm up there. Though.
I'm in this.
I'm 2 and change.
I'm
you know what I mean?
245.
2 and change.
I'm gonna drop down to 195. Yep, 195.
Damn.
I'm gonna get there.
You feel good. Damn, I'm 275. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but you
not too far away.
But you 275 muscle. I see you lift.
Look at this.
Yeah,
one.
but
Yeah,
I still got a
come on.
belly though. I still got a belly. My face is a little chubby. You know,
COVID, man.
but-
You got my good side, my skinny side.
COVID and kids messed me up. You know, I was in the gym working out.
Last time me and him were in the gym, because even though I'm a big dude, I'm strong. I'm really strong. So
Oh,
we
man.
all know one of the weight machines, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I got this. I've hit the whole rack. I had like 220 plus like, whatever the 2 pounds are, right? Which is like, 10 each.
Yeah.
So I'm racking it. And Kenny looked at me, he was like, all right, didn't believe me. He went to the left of me, didn't believe me. He went behind the machine. He looked every angle. He was like, all right, I thought you cheating.
I looked on the ground.
Where are you lifting from?
But yeah, there has to be some type of harness.
And my
Yeah.
Some
Somebody's
type of
lifting this
cheating
weight
device
for
in
him.
here.
But yo, we're not here for us today.
Oh,
We're
man.
interviewing our guest right there,
No,
Mr.
thank you.
Absolute here.
Yes, thank
Yo,
you, thank
you
you.
hit
Very
him with
happy
the
to be
crowd.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There you go. You right.
No, thank you. Honored to be here. Like I said, man,
Yes.
you guys are having fun, man. I feel like I want to be every week, man. I might be the fourth member. KAPA.
He's gonna add to his
KAPA.
resume. He's gonna add to
From
his
the
resume. He
DEA.
got a lot. We introduced you with your wrestling part. You're in music. How'd you get?
I
into
am. Yeah,
music?
yeah. You know what? Let's talk. You know what? I've always been into music. My father was a music professor.
Okay. Ooh.
So from day
took your
one,
name.
I learned how to read music. Yeah, I learned how to read music. I played clarinet when I was a kid, so
Oh,
I know how to read music. I know how to
Nice.
listen to music,
That's
obviously. And so I've always been a big music guy. So when I was young, my cousins, I have older cousins, about 9, 10 years older than I am.
Nice.
So they used to live with us.
Okay.
So I used to hear Madonna. That's late 80s. So Madonna, freestyle music.
Shaka Khan.
And
Ooh.
everything.
You in the Shaka Khan,
a lot of
man.
stuff.
Turner.
Yeah. Well, my mom was a big Kenny Rogers fan, so it's a lot of Kenny
wow.
Rogers. My dad obviously is a big jazz fan, so John Coltrane, Miles Davis.
Ooh,
I
okay.
listen to all that. And then, my cousins listen to freestyle music, so I got into that. So now,
dope.
which we'll talk about a little later, when I got into DJing, I spin a lot of that stuff.
Okay.
So I play a lot of
There
that
you
stuff.
go.
So
You got
that's
the roots of it.
that's how I really got into
how you-
music.
That's a great DJ when you get
That's
the roots
dope.
of
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
it
like
came
a-
from.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And sprout to where what's happening
Exactly.
today.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
no, it's
good.
cool.
And on top of that resume, you were a professional bowler.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
That's right.
This
That's
dude
right.
Oh
is
man,
all over
I'm,
the
I'm,
place.
I'm,
Be the
yo,
real jacket
this is gonna be a
train,
4-hour podcast. Or something. We're gonna get into side conversations and stuff. But yeah, no, I start. You know what? Two friends of mine was starting a bowling league.
Okay.
So I would go to just drink. I'd go and hang out and just have a good time. And they needed a third person, so I was like, all right, I'll.
secret sauce there.
Oh, yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
even know yet.
I was like, yo, I'll jump in. And then as you get to know me, like once I get into something, I'm gonna give it 110%.
Here's the pop smoke.
Like
of
I'm not gonna
bowling.
get into right. I'm not gonna get into something and just half-ass it. So
half-ass do it.
once I got into it, it was like I'm gonna be the best bowler I can.
Oh,
So
okay.
I lived in the bowling alley for 6 days a week. So I was there
Damn.
practicing.
Which is the one that was in
It
Quorum?
was in Quorum,
Yo,
yeah.
not
that
to cut you
portion,
off,
right?
man. I just want to play a little snippet
Yeah.
of you mixing.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, can we hear
That's,
it?
you're gonna hear it.
Might be the phone. Or the USB.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
man.
nice.
That's my man right
Little
there.
Trouble Funk, man.
That, round of applause for that. That was dope. I ain't gonna
Little
front,
Trouble
that
Funk.
was dope.
Yeah. So I grew up on that stuff. Like I said, my dad used to listen to
Okay.
stuff all the time. So yeah, Trouble Funk, John and Davis Band, and all that stuff. Yeah. That's what I grew up on, yo.
Nice.
So back
that was
to the
good.
bowling story.
All right.
You were
Oh,
hanging out
yeah.
drinking.
Yeah, hanging out.
Being that third wheel.
Yeah, that's it, man. Just having fun, and they needed a third. It was a 3-man team, so I jumped on, and I just started bowling there. And it's like, all right, let's
Okay.
get a ball, let's get shoes. And once I was hooked, I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna be the best bowler I can. So I was
Right.
bowling 3-4 days a week, more than that, really 5 days a week. And I would just be there for
That was a job.
Bowl, yeah,
that was a job.
I'd work and I go right to the bowl and I bowl, and my average went from like 130 to 140.
Damn.
Yeah.
160. So I was over 220.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know, and then I decided, you know what, let me try a PBA tournament. You know, I did a regional, didn't do so good.
Not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Anything. So how'd you enter that? Because I would assume that you have to like register, like almost like a league before that. You know what I'm saying?
Usually
yeah.
they do. They have what.
eligible for it.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
have
That's what I was trying to look for.
Yeah, they have what's called PTQs, which is a Pro Tour qualifier.
Okay.
So normally any tournament you have to qualify for it. So you bowl in it, and if you take the top 10 or whatever, and they bowl in the tournament.
Oh, wow.
This is what they call like an open tournament, almost like the U.S. Open, where anyone could join.
Yeah.
Mine was called the
nice.
Marathon Open.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it in Baltimore in 2009. Oh, 2010 in Baltimore. So it's $500.
You all in this. Like,
So I
Yeah,
paid
that's a
$500 to
fact.
be in the tournament, and we went there and I bowled. I didn't bowl so good, but I learned a lot. You know,
Right.
and then I started bowling league, and 300 games came, and 800 series, and started really bowling well. So
300 serious.
dope.
yeah,
Damn.
300 game, 800 series. Yeah,
How many 300 games you bowled?
I have 5
Ooh.
altogether.
Ooh, that's nasty.
I'm gonna go off on
crazy.
another sidetrack because we were doing a promo for VPW, one of the companies that I work for.
Nice.
So the guy wanted to get behind the scenes during COVID, where everything was kind of down.
Yeah.
So he's like almost behind the scenes with Absolute Alvin.
Right.
So he's like, oh, he came to the bowling alley.
Okay.
So he came in his video camera, so I'm going to tape Alvin bowling. I bowled 300. That game he watched. me.
What?
Yeah.
This is like a perfect game, no?
Yeah.
Oh, my
And I haven't bowled
God.
300 in forever. Like a couple years went by.
Talk about like
he
an absolute. Like,
I know.
He
Like,
came,
absolute.
it was crazy.
I'm talking like I bowled 30. Like,
He came, like I haven't bowled 300 in a couple years, and he came to
Damn.
video that one
That
day,
just randomly.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
bowled
That's
300. Just happened
You
to
dope.
happen.
weren't playing.
yeah,
You know,
definitely.
and he got every shot on video.
Kids out there,
Yeah,
determination,
all 12 shots together.
hard work,
Dope.
So
get
that's
you
awesome.
where you need to go.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
so
hard
that was
work
cool.
and
Proof right
dedication.
Yeah,
He said
yeah.
if you're gonna be
Living
the best,
proof.
you have to be the
man.
best at it.
Yes. You have to put the time in.
You still
Absolutely.
bowl regularly? Like
Oh yeah,
a
every
hobby
Thursday.
more, or
Every
just-
Thursday, I'm
Okay.
on what's called the High Rollers League on
Okay.
Thursday night in Quorum.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so we got a team. I've been bowling up league for almost
And you
15
say
years.
Quorum a
Wow.
lot. Are you from Quorum?
Quorum, I am from. Yeah, speaking of Quorum, Gordon Heights. Yes, I heard the episode last week.
Oh,
Gordon
three,
Heights.
oh, 3 base show, baby. Oh, 3 base show.
Gordon Heights is in the house, man. Yeah, no, I grew up in Quorum. I grew up in with LeBon V, which is now I think Fairfield bought it over.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not
Something
LeBon V
so.
anymore?
No.
Oh, they
Hasn't
cut
been
the.
LeBon
Oh,
for a
wow.
minute.
Fairfield
Hasn't been
been
for a minute.
The sign's still out there, right?
Fairfield and Heather
No,
was-
it has been LeBon.
Oh, word?
There's another LeBon V in
Yeah,
Patcho.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of
Everywhere
then.
you go.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
yeah, you're
That's
probably
crazy.
thinking of the one in Patcho. There's
Yeah.
LeBon V2 in Patcho, which I lived there too.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I know about the one in Patcho.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
about the one in Quorum.
yeah, it's off Hospital Road. But now there's another one. Well, really the original one is the LeBon V1, the one in Quorum.
Yeah.
Which is now I think Fairfield. But that's where I grew up. But I was telling Kenny before is I have a lot of friends in Homestead. Live in Homestead,
yeah.
Gordon
Yeah,
Heights,
yeah,
yeah. You know about
off
that.
Margaret,
About
Gray Avenue. Yeah, all
Yeah.
my people went to high school or
Yeah.
live over there. So I'm
What?
always in and out of there.
That's dope.
So a story I was going to tell you before, I want to say it for the show. So anyway, so I'm in there all the time. So people know me. But the Heights, if you know the Heights, if you're not from the Heights, you're going to kind of get checked somewhere.
Put it this way. Don't get lost in the Heights at
yeah,
night.
here we go. Here's
Yo,
my
you
story.
get lost.
It's so big.
So it's happened twice to me. This happened. So I'm rolling through. We're on my bike, and my buddy who's white was rolling through on his bike too. And he was rolling. He's like, "Yo, we're not gonna get killed in here, right?" I was like, "Nah, just stay with me. Like we're good." And we rolled that, and we saw a couple dudes hanging out, and they looked at me, looked at him. I looked at him. He was like. And I was like, just keep rolling, like you're good, like you with me, like you're all right. And he was like, all right. And we rolled through, and he wanted to be, obviously he was all right because he was with me.
Yeah.
But now, second time happened where I wasn't there at the time, and a couple white dudes, they drove through. They drove through, got stopped on where Gray is. I don't know if you know where, over by the fire department.
yeah.
They got stopped, and it was like, nah, turn around.
We like,
you ain't
I was
from
gonna
here.
be
You ain't
right
from,
over
like you ain't from here, like that way. And they
Dang.
didn't drive
Yeah.
through. Because I used to cut through there all the time and go through Granny and go into
Yeah.
Medford. So I used to cut through there all the time, but yeah, they wouldn't let them
Yo,
come.
so I'm not trying to drop jobs or anything I've been at, but I have to explain this to you. So I used to work for Rent Center, right?
Okay.
I had to go over there many a times.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know, like I don't think now I could roll over there because I've been there forever.
But I was the repo man, is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
They don't like it.
I was told there was about a 50% weight of me getting stuff back because there was all the times I'm like, I'm not going to there.
Yeah,
Like, this is not happening.
yeah, because they're coming out with the guns and yeah.
I just want to go back to your story. Little kids, if your first instinct is to tell your friend, are we gonna get killed in here?
Yeah.
You don't go there.
Yeah.
What would you be thinking about when your first instinct about going anywhere, anything you do, a club, a party? Bro, we gonna get killed?
Don't go.
Like I cut through it all the time because it's just used to it.
That's your hood.
But that's me.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
So he was just like,
don't do it.
and I was like, no, you're all right, man. You what's just
and things evolve. I've been to Quorum, going to high school recently. It's changed. Everything.
Nah, it has. No, definitely
it's
has.
more
Because when I first got out of here in 2012, right? I was told don't go over there, and it was. I'm not gonna go into details or anything like that, but there's a reason why you don't go over there.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely got better. I've heard about things and things that they're trying to definitely have the community better, a lot better over there. So that's big up on them on that.
Yeah, I've been in there forever, but no, it was and that's just the way of life. Just like anybody grew up in the hood, like you don't think it's a hood because it's your home.
It's your home, yeah.
But people outside look at it.
I can tell you what didn't change: Lowell Ave and C High. That ain't changed.
There's still some places you probably
Still day will come by.
But yeah.
Everybody there, all the gangsters go by alphabets.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, good time.
So yeah, wrestling. This the one match I watched was the Beefcake.
Okay.
How was that?
Well, hold on. You gotta let the audience know that he is a wrestler.
We did.
He did.
We introduced
892 days straight.
Say it again. That's what I was waiting for. Say it again.
ACE champion.
There you go.
Bosco. I got it now. Shit.
There you go. He got it.
I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm praying to my kids.
He
Thank
got
you,
it.
Father, for this day. And the ace.
and 892 wins with the championship belt.
Good night, kids.
I'll tell you a funny story. So I don't think you know John Radio, the main guy for VPW.
I don't know him. I haven't met him, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
So he did the announcing for Ace, the show where I was champion at. So he was the ring announcer.
Okay.
So before he's like, all right, how many days are you champion? So I think I was 842 at the time.
Okay.
So I was like 847. I was like 847. He goes, okay. So he'll mess with me throughout the day. How many days? 847. Just joking around, like I didn't care. 847. So we go through. So it's time for the match now. So I'm in the ring, does the instructions. All right, Absolute Alvin, who's the champ for 841. I looked at him, and I grabbed the mic, snatched it out of his hand. I go, get out of my ring. We went over this 10 times today. In front of the live crowd. We went over this 10 times today. Get out of the ring now.
So
he
didn't do that to me because we're from Corn. You see what was gonna happen if I didn't?
No, he was gonna get there. He almost did.
So
he was about to fuck me.
So we was joking. Before we started the podcast, we was joking. I was like, 842.
Yeah.
I was like, don't worry, Kenny, if you mess it up, I'll jump in.
Yeah.
So I won't mess it up. And we start. Kenny, first thing he does, I was like, I got this, Kenny.
Thank God we from Gordon Heights. Thank God we from Gordon Heights.
You're like, you lucky we from the same hood.
Thank God.
Oh, opposing hoods at that.
So what's your finishing move?
All right, so the finishing move. So it is a Samoan drop into what's called the Senton Bomb.
Oh, my God.
So I pretty much put the guy on my shoulders.
my shoulders. Drop into a Senton Bomb.
Yeah.
That's
I did it in a
lit.
beefcake match. You gotta watch the match again because that's where I got the finisher from.
After the dude was laid the fuck out, whatever that was before.
So pretty much if people who don't know wrestling moves, pretty much I put him on my shoulders and I fall back so he drops, and then I just fall on him with my back on his chest. That's
okay.
Right.
Cool.
And speaking of the beefcake matches, that's where I got the finisher from. Was from that match. Match with Beefcake
okay.
Charlie, who's now one half of Bear Country on AEW.
Nice.
So I wrestled him for a company called Limitless, which is up in Maine. And yeah, that was probably one of my favorite matches with him. Yeah, and that's where I got the finisher from. So
nice.
So what? You just combined the two moves and you were like, that's it.
That's my finisher. Yeah, because no one really does a 2-move combo.
Nobody
as
does.
a finisher.
Yeah.
So
when I
thought
think
that
of
was
that
kind
move,
of cool.
I'm thinking like Brock Lesnar's move. Like
the
he has
F5.
kind of like a two. Yeah, like he throws
Yeah.
it on the shoulder and then
Yeah.
No, that's true. I didn't think about that. It's true.
Brock
Yeah.
had like an 8 finisher move. Like,
Yeah.
People's
Well,
elbow.
no, it was just a people, people's elbow was just like a long, drawn-out elbow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you can make anything.
How long?
Yeah, you can make
motherfucker
anything
got
a
killed on the
finisher.
floor. He can stay that long. Sit down.
Right.
But you could be a wrestler like Titus, and he don't have really any moves. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Right.
Ric Flair's like, come on. Some of these moves, I'm like, God damn.
That's true. That's
all about the
true.
show.
No, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like a lot, I used to say a lot of the newer wrestlers, they try to make things makes sense, and I think it's also because of the whole MMA. You know what I'm saying? It kind of goes hand in hand. Like if you
especially because you had some of the wrestlers that came from the MMA, like Ken Shamrock, Brock Lesnar,
like Riddle. Riddle's another one that just came out. Yeah, you know So it's hand in hand. You got to make it look full, I guess is the best way to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the thing is with pro wrestling is everyone knows it's choreographed, but you have to have that one moment where a fan goes, "Oh, is he really hurt? Did he really hit him?"
Yeah.
Like if I can't get that, you know, like, oh man, did he really catch him?
Well, that's all you're saying, because with your match with Beefcake Charlie, you could see his back is all messed up from the ropes. Nah, but there be some moves that be, I think, real as hell. Like,
well, there are safe moves, like safe places we can hit. So, like across the top of the back, those are full blown shots. Those are real. Like we don't hold back. Those are real shots. Chops, 100% real.
Yeah, I know the chops.
100% real.
I think Tough Enough had that on their show.
100% chops, 100% real. Across the backs are 100% real. A lot of, I would say, really 90% of what we do is real.
So now let's get into the weapons, though. Would the weapons be really what
they
they
are?
I've never had a fake weapon used on me or I used.
Like you just kind of like instead of like.
It depends on what it is. So if
like you hit your kids or something, you're like, yeah,
right.
You know?
If I have a steel chair, if I have a steel chair, I'm really swinging that steel chair. That's a real legit shot. Not holding back. It's a real chair too.
What?
Real steel chair. Yeah. Have you seen inside chair shots to the head? We don't do chair shots to the head anymore because of
the
concussion protocol.
Remember the neck when they open the chair and put it on the neck?
No, those are little what we call gimmicked, where it's not real.
Okay. So you stomp on the floor when you stomp on that, and
like if someone like I don't know if you watch Austin, where he used to put the chair on the ankle.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really hurt. Like you can step on the chair all the time. It's not really going to hurt you bad.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's what you call selling, right?
Yeah,
I know my terminology.
Sell it properly, right?
So,
yeah.
What's the backstage of wrestling like? Like okay, like how you go into work, you know, you drink coffee, whatever. You start your day. What's a start of day in a wrestling environment? Like,
well, we don't get to the arena. Well, yeah, we get
Red
to the
Bulls.
yeah, right.
Well, 10's Red Bull.
Well, I do drink a lot of coffee, but no, we'll get to the place, the arena. We'll get to the show. I'm a superstar now, guys. Get to the arena. When we get to the
backyard.
Yeah, when we get to Madison Square Garden. Well, actually, it's called the Sports Arena.
It is called the Sports Arena.
It's called the Arena. But when we get in, we'll find out what the storyline is, and we'll find out what's going on.
Well, hold on, not to cut you off. What time you got to get in? Like,
we usually get early.
So, like, if it shows at 7, what time are you at?
Usually, what they call is call time. So, call time is normally 3:00. Normally for an independent show. For WWE and stuff, it's normally noon.
Ooh. So they train.
And remember,
it's a lot more goes
like
into
WWE now. Now it's 8:00, but back when we were growing up, it was 9.
9 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying? So you figure you're there all day.
You're there all day.
It was on Saturday, Sunday, because if you didn't catch it on Saturday, you could catch it on Sunday.
Monday.
And it was like at
Monday
midnight
Night
in the
Raw.
afternoon.
Yeah,
that's when I was growing up. That's how it was. Like
I remember Monday Night Raw and Thursday Night SmackDown.
Yeah,
well, that came afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you're talking about
that came after.
I'm talking about
and
before.
SmackDown's usually taped on Tuesday.
Yeah,
it is.
And then they show it. Now it's live, I think, on Friday.
So my fault. Keep going, man. For me, to cut you off.
No. So we get there. So we get there about 3:00, and we kind of go over who our opponents are and where we're going, because normally everything is scripted out, just like a script,
right?
Just like a soap opera. So it's a storyline that we're going. It's right now. I'm in a storyline with this guy called Giant Andre. So we started as a tag team, won the tag team titles. He turned on me. So now we're going into
what? This is recent?
This is recent. This was within the past year. So he turned on me. We lost the belts. He turned on me. Then we lost the belts. I got pinned. I got pinned. Well, it's for you to decipher, man. It's for you to decipher.
It sounds like this is real.
It's for you to decipher.
It's some drama.
So he choke bombed me. I got pinned. We lost the belt. Yeah, choke bomb. When you grab somebody like a choke slam,
I know.
and you set out like a power bomb.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It didn't feel too good either. So we lost the belts then.
How did he turn on you? Like, you were like tag teaming each other. Like, yeah, we beating this dude.
No,
and then all of a sudden he looks at you like some like bipolar type shit. He was like, tag me in.
No. I'll tell you. So what happened was, we made our entrance to go together as a tag team. Then our opponents came out of the back and attacked Andre behind my back. I was walking to the ring, so I didn't see what happened.
You're not gonna see that, right?
So all of a sudden I turned to see. I wound up eventually turning to see, and he's on the ground. So I go to see what happened. His knee is hurt, so he can't wrestle.
Wait, so the opponents that came, they already left though when you turned around.
They beat him up, and they skated off. And then when I was with Andre, I guess went to the ring. But I'm like, how can I do this now? We're tag champions.
He probably thought you were in.
I don't know what happened. All I saw was him down, and I'm like, all right, what happens now?
Right.
So I go to him, like, all right, we'll just cancel the match. Not a big deal. But he's like, no, go do it. Just still do the match. So it was me defending tag titles against
two people.
Stevens.
By
Yeah.
himself.
So we go to the match.
Okay.
Now, all of a sudden, I'm getting beat up in the ring.
Right.
All of a sudden, I turn in the corner, and he's there. I'm like, oh, yes, thank you. Like, save me, man.
I need to get out the
I'm getting my ass handed to me. I'm getting my ass handed to me, and here he is. Oh, thank God. So I tag him in. He go ahead and starts beating these guys up. So he tags me back in. I go to do our normal finish, which I whip him to the ropes. I hit him with a big splash. I throw the guy out, hits him with a big boot.
Nice.
That's our tag team finish. So I go to set that up. All of a sudden, he turns me around, grabs me, choke bombs me.
Dang.
By the time I knew that 1, 2, 3 happens already, I get up like, what the hell happened? And I see him and my manager smiling. Like, really? This is how we're going to do things?
What's your tag
really.
team? Your former tag team's name? What's his name?
The Giant Andre.
Andre. You gonna verse him? You better,
So we're
whoop
set up
his
for
ass.
May 7th. Well, we were set up the month before to wrestle, but that I wound up wrestling a guy named Dr. Cool.
Okay.
So I beat him. So now it's set up for me and Andre on May 7th.
Andre, you going
Giant
down.
Andre.
You going down?
Oh, look at the camera.
You going down.
Going down.
So, yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going down. That's
Traitor,
it.
you
going
traitor,
down.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a traitor move. That's a sucker move, bro. Sucker move.
yeah.
I don't even know you. Sucker move. Bro.
Sucker move.
Sucker move. Word.
So yeah, the show is packed, man. Like Johnny Collins is the champion. He's the VPW champion. He beat Coach, which Coach was Coach was the man.
Coach is the man.
Yeah.
Johnny Collins, I'm probably gonna get it for this. He that's a tidy dude.
He has small stature.
He's like
Rey
he's
Mysterio.
He's like
No, no, so-
5'5". He's not that tall.
5'5". What's that, like Muggsy Bogues' height?
I think Muggsy was 5'10". I think.
No, he
Was he
short.
5'10"?
He was
5'6".
like
Was that true?
like you look at Johnny Collins and like it's definitely a guy you want to hate. Like you just they love to hate him.
Like a little nag. Like
So he's a
little-
heel.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
but it's so good. It's like
Annoying ass motherfucker.
it's so good. It's like
Yeah. No, and a rising star actually is Desmond Cole. He's the New York State.
Yeah, he's
champion.
good. He's good. I like this match.
He
Yeah,
just beat
I like this match.
Eric James for the title.
I saw that match.
He's really good. He's got a lot of bookings. He actually injured his knee about 6 months ago, maybe a year ago now. It was out about 6 months.
What?
Okay.
So he's back now. He's on fire. Yeah, Desmond Cole. That's the name to keep.
Nice. Shout out to him.
He's gonna be.
So it's a
something
lot
like
of
that.
prep work going like to the night of.
Yeah.
A lot of prep work.
Well,
Find out.
you know
And
what?
Can they alter it like the day of? Like you're like, let's say, all right, and then you know what, you're gonna be doing this.
Oh yeah, things change. Things change
On
up.
the
And
fly.
I never say it's definite until the 1, 2, 3 because things could even change in the match.
Dang.
What?
It could be like, oh, you're not winning. Like you're switching up. Yeah, things could
your
switch in. Like we'll be in the ring,
Dang.
and the referee's like, yeah, switch it. He's going up. Like what? What happened?
The
Yeah.
referee would tell y'all.
Because the referee would get the call from the promoter
What? That's
to switch
crazy.
the finish. So things aren't set until the 1, 2, 3. Actually, what's funny is I lost the match where I
Damn.
should have won
That's crazy.
because I didn't kick out in time, and the ref counted my shoulders down.
Well, isn't it true that I don't know. I know at least for the WWE, I know this much, but whatever happens in the ring, the ref's supposed to just do what they
Yes.
got to do,
Always
right?
count three.
Like it doesn't matter. Like if you didn't get up, oh well, you didn't get
Here's
up.
how, and I lost. That exact reason I
Yeah.
didn't kick out and I lost. But WWE, at least years ago, is the referee always counts to 3.
Yeah.
They didn't even tell the ref to finish, so he didn't know. So you always count to 3. If you didn't kick out, it was the wrestler's. So if it got messed up,
Yeah.
and the referee didn't count to 3, the referee would get fined.
Oh wow.
If the referee
I didn't know
counted to
that.
3 and you didn't kick out, the wrestler got fined.
What?
Yeah, referees have to count to 3. If you don't
How
count
much?
to 3,
How much of a fine? Oh, it depends on what
it
promotion.
depends, I guess. But WWE, that was a WWE
Way
rule.
WWE.
Oh, wow.
That was
they
WWE
like,
rule
2.
and the referee always
Gotta
goes
slam
to
down
count to
that,
3.
yeah.
You have to lift one of your
I
shoulders
always
up.
seen that delay though.
I'm about to say,
I
yeah,
like-
they
I mean, the
delay
referee
that.
can't-
All of that.
Yeah, they got the
Three
hand up like
count.
they about to
Yeah.
slap.
That's a good
Yeah.
referee. That you're seeing what you're seeing is a good referee.
Okay.
Because a good referee can sell the hell out of it.
Okay.
Like 1, 2,
Yeah.
and they'll be like right here, right here. Like whoa, he almost counted 3. Yeah. And he'll stay for a second. He'll stay for a second, just so you know, just enough for the camera to catch how close he was to the mat. A good referee like Earl Hebner's good, Mike
long
Keogh,
nails
those
trying to
guys,
touch it.
Charles Robinson.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Those guys are good
Damn.
where you can really like Oh man, he really did just kick out.
So your ultimate goal in this wrestling is to get to the WWE, or
goal is to wrestle full time and not have to worry about a job.
Now you want to do WWE or AEW? Because I know a lot of wrestlers they get their start in WWE and then they go to, like elsewhere because WWE doesn't either have enough story for them or they just
fizzle out.
Yeah, or just get
different
fired.
time now.
Different time. Yeah, no, WWE is more lucrative.
Okay.
So that's why Cody Rhodes went back. So a lot of guys go back because it's a more lucrative company.
And the crazy thing about Cody Rhodes, I don't know if anyone knows, he actually started running AEW.
He's one of the founding fathers.
One of the founding fathers.
Right, yeah.
And he left. He legit recently left and wrestled WrestleMania at WWE. That's what I'm saying. So like,
what would make somebody like that leave that though if they were one of the co-founders though?
A $3 million a year contract,
money, and to be champion.
Yeah,
he wanted to be WWE champion.
Well, yeah, that's his father and everything like that.
His dad kind of won.
Yeah,
his dad kind of pseudo won the belt, but didn't really.
Cody Rhodes, that's like what's that? That's not Stardust.
Stardust,
same dude. Same dude. Yeah,
different gimmick. Yeah, and Goldust is
his
brother.
Yeah. Oh, is his half brother?
Younger brother.
Really?
Wait, Goldust is the younger brother or the older brother?
Goldust is the older brother.
Older brother.
Yeah.
Cody's younger.
Yeah, and then
scared me, man.
Nah, but Cody Rhodes is nice though. Yeah,
he's good. Yeah, he's good. He's a very good wrestler.
You know
very good.
Like, so how do you feel at that time when it was John Cena versus I forget the dude's name, but he kneed him in the face and he broke his nose?
Seth.
Oh, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Yeah, I said Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Let me match you that match.
I mean, Seth Rogen. I mean, accidents happen. Accidents happen. I got busted open the hard way a couple times just by accident.
Hold on, not the I keep the
No.
Just because of the fans that may not know, just explain to them what the hard way is.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, this one right here.
So when wrestlers bleed, I would say 98% of the time it's because the wrestler cuts themselves with a razor blade. So normally, if you're scheduled to bleed or juice or get color, you can
they conceal it.
Terminologies. Yeah. Bret Hart used to have it in his mouth. He used to hold the blade in his mouth.
That's
under his tongue.
That's a gangster.
I don't know how. I would never do that. I hold it at my wrist tape if I'm doing that, but he used to hold it in his mouth.
Oof.
Yeah, and he'd get out of his mouth.
Bret was nasty though.
Like,
he was like,
yeah. So that's how Bret used to. But normally you cut yourself and then you bleed. I did it once for a match. Came out really good.
Came out really good. I'm passed out.
I was trying to photo. I do have a photo. I'll show you the photo. It was blood all over my face. Came out really good. But one time it happened the hard way, which means you really got cut. Yeah, you really got cut. So it was a spot where I was wrestling Ryan Rush was his name, Ryan Gallione. He actually just moved to North Carolina.
Okay.
Where he was on the top rope, I was on the second rope. And he would jump off and hit my head on the turnbuckle, and I fall out. I go unconscious. He gets the win. So me wanted to make it look super good. I wanted to get kind of really close to it so it looked good. Instead, my dumb ass hits it for real. Fall back. I don't notice it because I'm adrenaline's pumping, so I don't notice I'm cut or anything. 1, 2, 3 happens. I get up, I sit on the apron, and I feel my face is wet, but I'm not thinking anything.
You think it's sweat or something like that?
Right.
So the owner, Shane, comes out and goes, first thing he goes, do you have health insurance? I go, yeah, I'm good. He goes, right, you're going to need it. And he put the towel on my face and then pulled it away, and it was full of blood.
Damn, how bad you cut yourself?
Well, you can still see the scar.
That's okay. So that's the scar. Okay.
I would definitely.
Oh wow, yeah. You
so it took about I think it was like 4 stitches interior, and then like 5 exterior. Yeah.
I'll be the bad actor. I'll be the bad actor.
I would literally be the John Cena.
That thing will be right here. I'm like, nah.
I would see the razor blade of wrestling, where the punch is this far, and he's like, oh.
You know what's funny is that's happened on super kicks a lot.
Yeah.
There's times where I've kicked somebody for real, made no sound, and the crowd didn't react. Another time where I've literally missed by about a foot, slapped my leg, and the crowd went crazy. And they visibly missed. Visibly totally missed.
Waiting for the
sound. So the crowd is I guess gets like sensitized to the sound. It's not about the sound. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's about the moves. But yeah, a ton of crazy stories about wrestling.
Who would you like? Who did you idolize? Like, did you want to be like that type of intense of a wrestler? Because like Mankind, he's like intense.
Where's your melting pot of wrestlers? Like you got.
Well, I'm a big Bret Hart fan, so that's
Okay.
so I want to be technical like him.
Nice.
I want to be dominating like Samoa Joe.
Joe's man.
But
Joe's good.
But entertaining like The Rock.
That's a nice little
That's a
combo.
good one.
So
I like that. That's a nice little
Yeah.
combo.
He was gonna come out the Rock.
Combo.
Rock was that.
So
dude.
I try to put all three together. So
But which generation Rock? When he was with the Nation, when he got his solo.
Look at him. Look at him.
when he
I like
started
this.
acting.
yeah,
I like the one with the little
Alright, that was
the
research.
hair. Like
Don't you talk about that one.
Nah, I like when he was
Don't-
Nation 'cause he
don't-
was like cocky than a mug. Like
me. It's
I don't like
it's
your tattoo one. The one where the big tattoo here.
Okay,
Where
that's
he's
a
all
newer Rock.
brolic.
That's the newer Rock.
me.
Yeah.
I like
I'm
that
99 to 04 Rock. So
So
that's
you're
heel
Hollywood
corporate
Rock.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
The Hollywood's my
corporate
bro.
rock. And also have a
So
little
that
bit of
was
Ric
before the
Flair in there
Nation
too.
then.
After the Nation.
Oh, it was after the
He
Nation.
was
Okay.
started with the Nation.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Then kicked Farouk out, and then it was his Nation.
I remember when he did that, when he gave him the picture of himself.
Yeah. Then he went. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh man.
Everybody got Rolexes.
Farouk got a photo of the Rock.
Yeah, I remember that Freak was like, "You gotta be kidding me, right?"
Yeah. That was such a
Everybody's
good
like, "Ooh,
segment.
look at my Rolex."
You know what's funny? I was thinking about bringing because I'm really big on realism and bringing real life topics into wrestling.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
during
nice.
this. All right, little spoiler. During this Andre feud, I wanted to actually include my real girlfriend in on the feud.
Oh,
Like and have like him
outta here.
smack
I was gonna
Andre or
say,
something.
yeah, that's
Like
what-
I like to get that
Yeah,
real.
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say, some-
Where
some
awesome.
baby drama drama.
where they're like, oh man, like is
that supposed
they
to
really
happen?
hate that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm big on realism. So I was
crazy.
thinking about redoing the Nation, right? But
Don't
but
get this away so far.
but doing
He's
doing
into it. Look at Phil. He's
like Black Lives Matter, like heavy Black Lives Matter.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So we come out like defund the police shirts, like
That's
really
dope.
bold. Like you
Statements,
guys are
yeah.
gonna either hate us or
You gonna love us. There's no in between on this
And
one.
there's no in between.
Yeah.
If
You know,
you're gonna do that, don't do Black Lives Matter because they're crooks. I'm sorry.
I agree, but
Black Lives
but it's just
Organization is
it's more,
crooks.
right. It's
That's
more
true.
the state. I want
So don't
or-
even advertise them. If you're gonna
That's
do
true.
it.
Okay, I got to think of something else.
I'm not making some new shit.
Or,
Yeah.
or I might have like the police flag with a big X on it, like really
Yeah.
stuff like
some
that.
anarchy type shit.
Yeah.
Almost like the
police.
Un-Americans, if you remember that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I know you're talking
NWO
about.
up in this
Like
motherfucker,
stuff, but it's real. Like people are really, black people are really dying in this world.
Yeah.
To this.
Oh, yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So I want to bring that into pro wrestling, and those are the best angles.
Yeah.
So I want to do so bringing up the Nation. That's
There you
why we
go.
kind of want to.
Those are the type of angles that you have to get escorted because it's damn near right.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
if
that
you
is.
watch,
Yeah.
the reason why I want to do that because
Corm's gonna come out this motherfucker.
The high's gonna be like,
that's my man. That's my
I'm
man.
gonna be right up there with
Yeah.
the
He's gonna be like, look
Yeah.
at me, I'm with the man right there.
Because if you remember back in the day in the '80s, that's how wrestling was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
like
USA, Russia, all that. Yeah.
like Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen had to be escorted places.
Oh, my
because people
God.
wanted to.
Yeah, there's a steel cage match where Ric Flair was trying to be a good guy. He goes into the cage to help Dusty Rhodes, and then he turns on Dusty. But all of a sudden, the Ric Flair's crew went in, the Four Horsemen went in there, and they jumped Dusty, right? Everything's locked. It gets so insane. There's people in the crowd trying to get into the cage.
Yeah.
Cops had to be
man,
called. The
Milwaukee.
escorts.
Yes.
It was
This is how real wrestling
Yeah, it was
was back in
bad.
the day.
Yeah.
It's how real it was.
Damn.
And I
Oh
want to
yeah,
bring that. I
80s
want to
wrestling
bring.
is
Yeah,
nuts.
but see,
I
now
wanna bring
it's
that
gonna be
realism.
guns.
Yeah, I want to bring that.
Yeah, you can't.
Like I want to bring that realism.
Well, that's
bring,
why I
you know?
stopped watching WCW at the end of the match. It got too real with people throwing garbage in the ring, and I'm like,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was NWO. When they
Yeah,
first, yeah,
I'm
I
like
be wasting that damn food. Nah,
People
nah, nah,
hate
nah.
That, yeah, of course you worry about that.
yeah, people hated Hogan, man, and you and I talking off camera, but the
Yeah.
on Peacock it has it's a show
You
called
like
Evil.
Hogan? Like, did you like growing? I mean,
I
everybody grew
did.
up to watch him, but
I did. I was a Hogan guy.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
all right, so
You know,
Hogan
I
or
was a
Ultimate Warrior?
Hogan.
Yeah.
But that's because I know a lot though.
Okay.
Ultimate Warrior was good and he meant well, but he didn't understand the business part of wrestling.
He was very
really
Brock-like in
sell it,
that
And he-
sense,
yeah, very,
right? Just come to make his cash.
But Brock has an understanding though of wrestling. See,
True,
Right.
true,
See,
true.
Warrior, all he did was he was all theatrical. So when it came down to actually wrestling and taking care of your opponent, he really didn't, and I hate to speak bad of the dead, but like he didn't really take care of his opponents well.
Though. Everybody says that.
No, but you also got to realize that no matter where you at, no matter where you wrestle,
right?
You're entrusting your life.
Yeah.
With you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you know, like take the whole thing with Big E to happen, right? Where he threw him on his head.
Okay.
Granted, the guy was brand new, so he shouldn't have done it that way. It's a certain way you should twist your hips and all that. But at the same time,
wait, what move did he use?
It was an overhead belly to belly suplex.
He handed so imagine he goes over his head, right, and he goes down like that, right on his neck, and you could see it. You could see it was bad. And thank God he didn't need any surgery or anything like that. He's just gonna have to
neck tweak. Like
but it was bad. But I'm saying, as a respect factor, you should go check on the man and make sure he's good. Yeah. You know, like that's someone you're taking money out of someone's mouth. Your family. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going into that.
What about the accident? Correct me if I'm wrong. The Bret Hart. He died doing that.
Owen Hart. That's Owen Hart.
That was Owen.
But that was no one's fault, man. That was
accidentally.
It was a really upsetting.
Yeah. What's supposed to happen was he was the Blue Blazer, supposed to come down and like maybe 5 feet in the air. He's supposed to unhook by accident. Yeah. And then fall and sail and do a whole big thing like he's like the superhero, but he's clumsy.
That's how people found out he was the Blue Blazer.
He had the clip, emergency clip ready because he was supposed to do that when he was like 5 feet from the ring. But I think when he first started descending, it clipped early, and that's when he fell. Yeah, and boom, he
died immediately.
Maybe like 5 minutes afterwards. I think
because he hit the turnbuckle or something like that, right?
The turnbuckle, I think broke his neck instantly.
Yeah.
And then I think he said like watch out, like on his way down, like he was like watch out because I think the referee was right there. And,
I wonder what people were thinking that like it was fake. Like,
well, a lot of people did. But
I think people in the arena knew it was real.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
You're not gonna see someone fall from that high and be fake. It's impossible. No, so at that point, it's like,
when it happened, I think they cut it. They cut the whole episode.
Oh yeah.
They shut it down. Like that was it. Like that's how everybody else that wasn't there knew it was real because they cut it. Like.
Well, what happened was we're actually watching a pre-tape promo when it actually happened in the ring. So the crowd who was watching it never saw it.
Yeah, that's what I heard
on TV.
It wasn't live yet.
Then when they came back. It was like actually right before they did the promo, you hear JR, we got problems out here. That's when Owen fell.
Wow.
Then they go to the tape promo, and then we come back with JR like, hey, we have problems, like Owen Hart.
That's why we see the cut version because they aired it.
And you can't watch it now on the net. If you go to watch it on Peacock, that whole segment is just cut.
You can't even find.
You go right.
You can't.
I don't know why. I don't know if the pay-per-view might even be on there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. The whole pay-per-view's gone. And the thing is,
that's what I'm saying.
The whole controversy from the whole thing is that, like, as you were saying before, that happened and then the show continued.
Yeah, Austin and Taker wrestled for the title after that. Yeah,
which they were a lot of people, and that's why we can get into this all day long. But basically, there are a lot of people saying the whole show shouldn't have stopped, and I agree.
Hell yeah,
I agree. I agree.
Somebody died.
I could agree with that. I could agree with stopping the show.
But, hold on, let's pick it up a little bit, man.
Yeah.
All right. So
actually, Owen Hart Cup. They're doing the Owen Hart. AEW's doing the Owen Hart Cup.
They are. They are.
AEW. So I'm excited. Speaking of Owen Hart, so I'm excited for that.
Nice.
I'm excited for that.
So, where have you wrestled? I guess is the best thing.
All right, man. Okay, so I've wrestled for a number of companies. I have actually 224 matches. Reason why I know that exactly because I write them down.
Nice.
Okay. So I have a book.
Nice.
So when I first read Jericho's book, he actually had a list of all. He actually released a book.
Which one?
Now it's the list. His first book. His very first book.
Yeah, he's like 40
Around
now,
the World
right?
in Spandex.
Good strategy though.
His first book, Around the World in Spandex. That one, he says that he writes down all of his matches. So then he finally released the book with all his matches, which is kind of cool. Cool. I did the same. So right when I started, I was like, all right, I'm gonna write down every single match, and I have that still written. So I have 243.
Who was your hardest match? At all, like if you on your memories to like. Yeah, like you was nervous going up in there.
Like you don't know if it's gonna go either way.
I was pretty nervous when I wrestled Dan Moff because Dan Moff I used to watch.
Okay.
When he was at Ring of Honor early on. Wow. When he was with, because he's one of the founding fathers of Ring of Honor. He was on Ring of Honor. Him and Steve Mack were the Hit Squad.
Oh, wow.
And they were with Ring of Honor since 2000, 2001.
What?
So, so I've been watching Dan Moff for years. So I finally got the opportunity to defend the Ace title against him. And
which obviously you won.
I'm about to say,
obviously you won.
And I shout to Danny Moff if he's listening to this.
Wait, so what day was that of the 892 days?
Oh, shit, damn. This was somewhere in the 700s, I think.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Something, yeah. It was happened in January.
Yeah.
January 15th. January 15th, actually.
Nice.
This past January. And Dan Moff's so good. So I just wanted to be on his level.
Oh, okay.
So I was definitely nervous. You know, we didn't really call much.
Right.
You know, we didn't say what we were gonna do beforehand, so a lot of stuff was on the fly. But it was comfortable.
What?
Like I felt comfortable with him. Once we got in there, like he's so good and he's
like
so
you
experienced.
Trusted yourself
Yeah,
okay.
I knew I could trust myself with Danny.
Nice.
I knew that. So when I got in, I felt it even more. Like I don't have to remember what we called because we didn't call much, and 2, I knew Danny's gonna protect me. So we were good. I just focused on the crowd and being a heel. And it wound up being beautiful.
Now, with the calls and the flies, is it easier or harder to do it on the fly, or is it, you know what I mean?
It depends on who you talk to. If you talk to a lot of old school wrestlers, it's easier on the fly because that's how they were. That's how they came up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Newer school wrestlers are used to calling everything. Me, I'm more of a call guy. You have a give and takes for both. If you decide to call everything, there's no room. You're trying to remember everything. Yeah, so when you're in the ring, you want to know what's next. What's next? You're not. Right. You're not listening to the crowd. What the crowd's giving you, you're not being a character.
You're being coached on what
you're kind of just like, oh, what's next? What's next? What's next? Yeah. Crowds may be giving you a totally different reaction.
Right.
So that could be a downfall of everything being called. But then everything being called, everything goes smoothly. So there's no hiccups. Now, if you don't call anything and you're working off the fly, you don't have to think about anything. So now you go out there and just be your character. Be your character. You listen to the crowd.
Nice.
You can work on selling more. You can work on doing that, and then so it depends who you talk to. Me, combination of both.
So how many characters have you had, or you just have one?
Well, hold on. So, on that.
Yeah, I heard he had another name.
Yeah, what's his other name?
What's this name?
You see how I'm going with this?
I like. There you go. I like that.
This, bro. I've been listening to like a lot of podcasts, and I'm like, man, I don't need a book. I don't need to look at my phone. I'm asking questions I don't even see.
He knows all. You got it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
AJ Too Deadly.
AJ Too Deadly.
So I gotta know because you been every time you bring that name up, you laugh. So
AJ.
Give me the story. What's up?
That's a rookie.
It's funny because I'll tell you.
You want to kill people. When you got that.
I don't know how the name came up, but I'll tell you a cool, funny story. I'm good friends with Tony Nese, who's signed to AEW. Yes. We've been good friends since we were in junior high school.
He's nice.
And I'm saved in his phone as AJ Too Deadly still to this day.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But you know what? The name came actually. It came from Scotty Too Hottie.
Get out of here.
At that time, it was like late 90s, 98, 90, that was like 97, 98. Scotty Too Hottie with Kishi and Too Cool.
Yeah. Mr. Worm himself.
They were popular. So I was like, Scotty Too Hottie was
really
pretty cool.
dead.
And AJ, my parents call me AJ because I'm Alvin Jr. because my dad, I named after my father.
Ah, okay.
So my parents always call me AJ for years.
Right.
So I was like, oh, AJ Too, I can't go AJ Too Hottie or AJ Too Cool. So I was like, oh, how about AJ Too I think one of my friends was like, what about Deadly? AJ Too Deadly.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool.
That's hard, though.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So,
got cats on his fucking...
You know what? I came out. My original attire was like windbreaker pants. I had a Mike Tyson shirt. Ooh. And a red bandana that I tie, almost like how New Jack comes out or Homicide.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of what I look like. That was my first look. You know,
I get crazy than a mug,
and that was
canceled.
Yeah.
I would call out like, I'm going against who?
I'm good.
Oh man.
And what's funny is this is in the backyard.
Rewrite that script, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Give me that midget, whoever that little dude.
What's funny is this was in the backyard. This was even before I got trained. We were still in the backyard at this point, so we were still wrestling in the backyard when I had this name. So I wanted to get my ass kicked every show in the backyard. They would just because I used to come late or whatever. So my friend Brian, who was like the promoter kind of, he would just have to get my ass kicked by all these white supremacist guys who would come in. A group called the SS. The group was called the SS. How funny is this? So and they used to, so he just had me looking like a gangster, get my ass kicked by a whole bunch of skinheads. Swear to God, yo, this would be cancel culture. This is skinheads beating up a half black dude in the middle of imagine being a cop and rolling through this and a whole bunch of
you wouldn't know what to do.
Like, a whole bunch of skinheads beating up this black guy in the middle of the woods. It was a crazy scene.
Damn.
But yeah, so that's how I got my. Yeah, I would take the beat. That's why I'm so good at selling now.
That's what I'm good at selling.
Yeah, that's why now in the ring you see I'm good at selling because I used to sell legit in the backyard.
They loved
it.
Put
boost to me, man.
Giving you the wrestling back in the day and stuff like that. Like when they came out the video game, did you get your character in there? Did they?
No, my character wasn't there. But like I was talking before with Phil, I was on Ricky Lake for this.
You on Ricky Lake?
So yeah, remember Ricky Lake? Oh man,
the
younger generation.
I'm 29.
What? Yeah, Ricky
we got Steve
Lake.
Woodcoast, okay?
So yeah. So for people that don't know, there was this talk show that Ricky Lake used to host, and it was like a reality show. So she used to bring real life guests, and the show was backyard wrestling. Or I want my loved one to stop back, something like that. I don't know, whatever.
Right.
So two of my friends, my friend Brian and my friend Anthony, they were on the show, but I was in the crowd. So I was 18 at the time. We get there. And actually, Nice was on. He was with us, but he was only 16, so he wouldn't allow him in the audience.
Okay.
But he was with us too in the city. He was with us.
Padding room.
Yeah. He's like, you're only 16, so you can't come in.
Oh, you know him for years. He's 16.
Yeah, I've known Nice since we were like 11, 12.
Oh,
I've known
wow.
him for a long time. Shout out to Tony Nice if he's listening.
Shout out to Tony Nice.
Yeah,
So he was in the back. So I'm in the crowd. So Ricky comes in. So I guess they wanted like a crowd action. So I raised my hand. So Ricky picks me. It's on YouTube. You can Google this. Backyard Wrestling Ricky Lake. And you see me. I got my bald head. I got the FUBU shirt on. I got the FUBU 05 shirt on. Shout out to FUBU. For us, by us. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
So now with that Abercrombie and Fitch BS, man. Bring back FUBU. For us, by us. We hire black people. So yeah, man, I get up and I'm all excited. Ricky turns, she goes, "What are you making all this noise?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah, those are my friends, and we love it, man. We hit chairs over my head." That was me hitting the guy with the light bulbs because they show a thing of me hitting people with light tubes. So the video plays like, "Yeah, it was me hitting them with the light tubes. That was me." You see Ricky looking at me like, "All right, thanks." Funny, man. You have to YouTube it.
Thanks. Sit down.
You gotta YouTube it. Yes, Ricky Backyard Wrestling Ricky Lake. You gotta watch. I think it's in 2 parts, man. It's so good.
That's dope. I'm gonna look it
it's
up.
funny.
Yeah, look it up, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you want a good laugh, look it up.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
The
comical,
reigning
man.
champion. He's
Yes.
here.
Yes.
He is here.
Yes.
So tell us about the DJing. Like,
All
what
right.
do you got next? Like
Yeah.
DJ?
Okay. So how I got started. So all right. So the pandemic hit. So all of us were out of work. Well, I wasn't out of work, but I was out of wrestling. So I need something to kind of do as a hobby. And I was talking. Me and Phil have talked about this for hours. I didn't really know what I wanted to. I had to do something. I think it might be ADD. I don't know. But I wanted to do something with my downtime.
Yeah.
So I've always loved DJing. Always loved music. As we spoke about before. So I was like, all right, let me give it a shot.
Nice.
Let me look up some YouTube videos and just what I need, what I could start with, how to beat match. So I got a little controller. It was the Pioneer SB3. I got that. I got a speaker. So I got the tools. I downloaded Serato, got some songs I had on my iTunes, put it all in. I was like, all right, let's see how this happens. So, and I started mixing right there. But I was like, I want to learn to mix by ear. So I kind of didn't look at the BPM, and I kind of learned after a while, I learned to mix by ear.
Right.
Which is a lot harder than you think it is.
Which is hard to do.
Oh, I believe it.
It's hard. It's not easy because a lot of people now
hear for certain things. You know what I
a
mean?
lot of people now could just look at the laptop, look at the BPM, match the BPM, look at the grids, line up with the grid. You don't have to, I could DJ without headphones at this point.
Right.
I could DJ a whole party without even having headphones.
I can do the same thing. I know
Yeah,
you're
because I know where everything
It's
is.
natural, too.
That's
it is.
how
It really.
easy-
It does come beyond natural.
That's how easy technology is made. Technology is great,
Right.
but I learned to do it old school, just in case Serato goes down or something. What you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can do it.
Oh, believe me, there's
I
been
can do
times
it.
people
Yeah.
done it, they go, I don't know what to do.
It's funny because I have a T-shirt like if people put turntables in front of you, they won't be DJs anymore because so many people don't know what to do. If you put turntables in vinyl, you put
crazy.
2 turntables, a mixer, and a stack of vinyl, stack of wax in front of me, I could DJ the party.
Oh, yeah,
Majority
okay.
of people can't.
Yeah.
Because they can't beat match by ear. So I learned how to do that, and then I was like, all right. And then I started getting. I came across DJ Rob Swift, who is
Okay.
it was part of what's called the Executioners. It was a DJ turntablist group in the late '90s.
Yeah.
So I came across his videos, and he got in the art of what's called beat juggling, where
nice.
almost like a TR-808 with like a beat drum machine, and you could produce on it, and you can make drum beats. This is pretty much doing it by hand. So I take
gotcha.
the same record, same copy of a record, and I would just play different parts of it to make my own beat.
Wow.
So I started
That's
doing
dope.
that.
That's smart.
So
yeah.
that was awesome, man. Like I love doing that. Like I still do that now. And I got into just beat juggling and making my own beats and stuff like that. And now I started DJing parties. So it kind of just took off. And I put myself out there on social media. Now I'm started getting bookings for DJing.
Oh,
so
nice.
that's how DJing came
This
apart.
man's inspiring.
Yeah.
He is
Wait. Let's get that man a round of applause right there.
Oh, thank you.
hustler, man.
I'm not gonna lie, when you brought up the turntables, the only thing I thought was DJ Scribble, how he was just on the turntables,
Yeah.
spinning around, drinking, doing the turntables, and
Yeah.
it was flawless.
Yeah. No,
that was crazy.
Scribble's good. And so a lot of that started now I'm in it. So like I said with bowling, I'm gonna be the best. So one, I like to know the history.
Yeah.
So I went back and learned the entire
how you gotta
history of
do it.
hip hop. Learning the entire history of hip hop. So I went back to 1973 in Sedgwick Avenue. and DJ Kool Herc and how he used to needle drop.
Right.
And that was the first hip-hop party. And like they say, hip-hop was a derogatory name for this music at first.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you listen to hippity-hoppity shit. And it was, that's how
just the
hip-hop.
genre.
Yeah, it's a new genre. This is the new thing now.
Right.
And a lot of kids in the 70s were like, this is the new thing. You know, and eventually got mainstream as it went to the 80s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Flash.
Grandmaster Flash.
And I watched a lot of Grandmaster Flash because he came up with the whole system.
carried it, yeah.
The queuing system, like how you hear the song
The 1,
before
2,
it's
3, 4?
played. No, before that, even just hearing the song before.
Oh,
the
yeah,
audience
yeah,
can
yeah,
hear it.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Like he did that with what's called a double flow toggle switch. He says it when he has interviews with Ebro on Hot 97. I think it's a double switch toggle switch.
Okay.
Where he would flip it and
Right.
he can hear the song, but the
Correct.
audience
He
can't.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Then he flip it back and then you can hear the song. So
They
he came up with the whole
changed that
queuing
with the new
system.
stuff,
Okay.
you know what I
And
mean?
this-
Yeah.
Okay.
So he developed the whole queuing system. He also developed what's called backspinning, which we did.
Yeah.
When I did the show.
I'll put you on there.
So yeah. so that he came up with, and he came up, and it's funny because turntables back then were very slow. Like you started, it was right, and you hear the
Yep.
song.
Yeah.
So he needed to create needles where he can backspin it, and the song would pick up.
That's amazing.
So the first one, I think
Okay.
early was
Almost
an
like
early
running
pioneer.
it back, in other words, and then it
Yeah,
comes right back. Okay.
yeah. So backspin, you turn the record back and then you let it go and it plays.
Correct, yeah.
But it wanted to play it full time. You don't want to turn it back and then go. You know, you want to play it back and kick
gotcha.
right into the.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think Pioneer was the first team that he had where he put a pencil on it and he'd count how many seconds it would go full speed. And I think Pioneer was the first turntable that actually did it like
What?
that.
Damn, that is amazing.
He's like, all right,
he
now
really dissected
yeah,
the whole thing.
Like, he's a genius. If you got to listen to it, it's Hot 97 and the Grandmaster Flash, and he goes into everything, and he actually counted how many revolutions a bar of music was.
what?
Yeah. So a
like,
bar
he
of
really
music is like 1.5.
dissected that, like-
So like a full phrase of music, which is 4 bars, is actually 6 revolutions.
Oh,
So he
okay.
marked the vinyl. And he put his hand, and no one's putting hands on vinyl at this point in the 70s.
Right,
So he
no.
put his hand on the vinyl and mark it. So he knew, okay, the mark is here, so the beat is here.
If you see it in the 90s, that people have like the piece of tape there. It's
Right,
the same thing.
as a marker.
Yeah.
And you would count, okay, and he'd count how many times it went around past the needle, and it's 6 revolutions. So to get back to the top, he rewind it, and he drop it again. And that's how he played break beats of songs. So he'd take songs from the 70s, James Brown, John Davis Band, all that stuff, and he'd just play the breaks. So people would be
gotcha.
dancing
That's
to the
amazing.
breaks,
That
which
is
is what's
amazing,
called
yeah.
break,
That is amazing.
which where break dancing comes from.
Yeah.
Right.
Because dancers that dance to the breaks of these songs.
Yeah.
So he found a way to rewind, to keep because he wanted to keep that going.
Yeah.
And needle dropping wasn't working, so that's how he found what's called backspin.
That is amazing.
And he
That is
learned how to
amazing,
backspin
yeah.
and keep the breaks
That's
going.
a little
dope.
history
So-
lesson.
That's why I'm big on history. Like if I'm gonna learn something, I need to know where it came from.
Yeah.
I need to know who the pioneers of it, who did it
Okay.
the best, and I'll study them. And like another guy, Grand Wizard Theodore, you know what he's famous for?
Put
on,
me
DJ.
put me on the spot. Put me
Come
on
on,
the spot.
DJ.
Come on, DJ, new professor.
Come on, new producer. shit,
Grand
man,
Wizard
from
Theodore.
Long Island.
Beat
The
you? No.
mixed Godfather. Come on, man.
Easier. I'll tell you.
Yeah, hold on.
So
I
you
wanna-
think about. I won't say it yet, but you'll think about. So
Pop quiz.
what Theodore did was he used to make mixtapes for his school, and he was doing the mixtape. And now what DJs always did was scratch,
Yeah.
Right.
but you would never hear it. So
Okay,
he's
okay.
getting ready to drop the record. We dropped the record.
Yeah.
He's going to drop the record. His mom came in. Music was like, and by accident, he
hit the tape.
hit the fader.
I heard this.
And you heard
I did
the
hear
scratch.
this. Yes.
So
Oh, because he was
By
hearing.
accident.
he was hearing his headphones,
Yes.
but
Yeah,
his
by
mom
accident.
startled him when he
That's
hit the crossfader,
crazy.
and you heard the scratch in the mixtape. But it
What?
sounded crazy, sounded dope. Like, yo, what is it? And he's like, oh, this kind of sounds cool. Why don't I let everybody else hear me scratch?
Yeah.
He's the first to develop the scratch.
Oh yes. Okay. I know. I did hear that
What's his
story
name,
before.
DJ? Come on.
Theodore.
DJ Graham was
No.
Yeah.
I do remember that story. I forgot where I heard it, but no. I'm dead serious though.
Yeah.
It's a very well known story.
No, it's dope.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah,
That's
and
amazing.
that's how scratching became about.
Wow.
And the Godfather beat juggler is a guy called Steve D. He's the
Okay.
Godfather of what's called beat juggling. He used to call it the funk. So he would come out to these DJ battles and switch the beat around. People are like, yo, he did it with a song called Friends by Houdini.
Okay.
And he would slow it down. Friend.
Friends. Yeah,
But the song was only friends.
Yeah.
Everybody had
slow
their
it
friend.
down.
So he slowed it down. Was like friend.
I've heard that before. I didn't know that's who
Fred,
came
and it's
up
like,
with
yo,
that.
like what? And you can see like in the back, you got like Red Alert back there, like in the crowd. You got DJ Premier in the crowd, and they're looking, they're bopping their heads, like, yo, what is this? And you create a whole new beat, and that's how beat juggling came apart. By this guy named Steve D.
Okay.
Yeah, so I studied him a lot, so and I loved it, man, because no one does, you don't really see that a lot.
Right.
You don't see, especially from DJing a party, and I throw in and I just remix a song. I'm pretty much remixing right in front of me.
That's the one thing about DJs now that really upsets me is that they don't play anything in confidence, in the sense of like if they have something new on, like let's say you gave me a track, right?
Right.
Like back in the day, you gave me a track, I'm playing it for everyone else.
Right.
Now if you give me a track, it's like, oh, I don't know, the radio kind of likes this. No, the DJ is supposed to be the heart of that party.
Yep.
Like if I'm playing this, I'm telling you, this is the
gigs now. They
no, but regardless,
clubs.
even in clubs, you could easily put out a new track and mix it into something. I've done it thousands of times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to be the one like, this is the new hotness. You need to listen for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so many people are so
Fixated
scared.
on
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
one
it's not cool, man.
lane of
It's
it.
not cool at all.
Yeah, they don't want to drop anything. I play anything.
I'm near you too. Yeah.
And I'll segue and stuff. Like I could easily play, like I could drop like "Take It to the Mardi
Easy
Gras"
Vert with
by
some-
Bob James, and it's
Okay.
the same beat that they use for Maria.
Sampled, yeah.
Same opening
Oh,
sample.
wow.
So I'll drop Bob James. I'll speed it up. And I think I did it in the mix. I was like, Maria, and it's
That
like, whoa!
doo-doo.
And I'll change genres. I'll go right from
Samples
7 right to
everything.
freestyle.
Everybody.
Right to freestyle, and I'll just drop that. Like we were talking before.
Yeah.
Like one of my hot songs right now that I'm listening to is "Mass Appeal" by Gangstar. So just where he got the sample,
Right.
Money Grows Bob with the Mass Appeal. He got the sample from a group called the Youngsters, from a song called
wow.
"Pass the Mic."
Okay.
I don't know if you heard of the Youngsters. Yeah, a song called "Pass the Mic," and he says it. And you get the whole hook from Mass Appeal right from that record.
Oh, that's dope.
So I was like,
That's
oh,
what they do.
I could
Everybody
take
does
that.
it, even today.
I could loop that because people will know. People might not know the song, but
they'll know the beat.
The beat. Well,
Yeah.
they don't know the beat, but they'll know the sample.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. You're right.
Money
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
grass,
yes.
like the Mass Appeal. They'll hear that and they'll be like, oh, wait, I know a song. What song is that?
And it draws you.
Then
right
I'll
to
drop
it.
the instrumental of Mass Appeal. Gangstar, man. And you'll see the crowd. I've done it, and you'll see the crowd just like, oh, man. Because a lot of people don't know the samples.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll
That's
drop.
True.
Yeah, so I could easily drop like Shaka Khan and go right into Kanye West, and they'll be like, "What? Yeah, I'll drop Shaka Khan." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then they'll go right into Through the Wire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do it all the time. Or I'll drop Shaka Khan and go right into Styles P. I get hi. I'll slow it down, and then. Boom! You get about an ounce and a half, and you're like, what? What am I listening to right now? Like, how does he think of this shit? And it's easy because it's just I use who sample. You know
who did that?
Right.
Dre.
Okay.
Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Like not that exact sample, but that's what he did.
Yeah.
Like California Love. Like
Yeah,
all those
yeah.
samples, like,
You hear the sample.
Yeah, but you know,
Like Pops.
Diddy did that back in the day too. He took all these 80 hits and
yeah.
he just said,
Yeah.
It was a whole different track. You know what I mean?
Like Pop Smoke just did it with Genuine, and you actually hear the song. It's I forgot the name of the song, but it's a Genuine song that's from the beginning.
The Pony?
It's not Pony. It's
Not differences.
differences. Yeah, it's differences,
okay.
and you hear differences, but it's muffled out. See what I'm
that's
talking
cool.
I
about?
don't know.
Yeah, it's Pop
Yeah.
Smoke, right? You look at me like I have four heads.
Wait, no, but
No, I gotta hear it back. No, I believe me, I trust you. I don't.
Yeah, it's differences.
I'm a Pop Smoke fan.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you
Pop
hear in the
Smoke,
background.
But, I'm an old head, but I like Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That song.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, what you
You
talking
may- I
about
thought-
love?
I'm
What you
thinking-
know about
yeah,
love?
what you know
That's
about
the
love.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the pop
I
song,
got
but
one.
the
Now
sample
I know
is
it.
Genuine.
I
Yeah,
hear it now.
sample is
I
differences.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that was sample from Genuine. I didn't.
Now that he says it, when I hear it in my head,
Yeah.
now I
Yeah,
I hear
it's
it.
Genuine, just
Wow.
Wow.
it's muffled.
When
And
you
it goes
said
to pop
new
song.
pop song, that's why I was like,
I don't know if it's new.
motherfucker.
See, I'm not big. I'll talk
No,
about
it's not that
I'm
far.
not.
It was like the second
That shit
half, the
old
third
as hell.
album. Third album.
Yeah.
It might have been.
old, though.
See,
Yeah.
I'm
It's been
new
out.
hip hop. Like we talked about this before.
Yeah.
I'm not really into new hip hop. Like I have
Me
maybe a
either.
handful
Hell
of pop
no.
smoke songs.
Let me tell you something.
I like it.
The way that you mix, he be a biggest fan. I'm telling you, because he loves
Yeah.
old school stuff.
Oh yeah,
I
man.
appreciate. I don't hate on the new school because it's their time. So
Yeah.
they
Right.
got to do what they got to do
Right,
to make
I
money.
agree.
You just gotta
But
respect it. You know what I mean?
authenticity, it's whack. Like it's not like.
Well, because we grew up
It's
on
not-
bars. Like you had to have something
No,
that hit.
I learned
Yeah,
that it's
I mean,
like
yeah.
hip hop wise, it's not about lyrically anymore. It's not being lyrically, and it's about how you draw the crowd and how you,
Yeah.
how you.
And plus, they use real life bars in there.
Because now it's
you know
more
what I mean? Like,
video
all that
than
good stuff. They putting it in their raps.
Look at
like,
6ix9ine.
What's up with
It's more video than actual audio.
Yeah.
Like
I remember watching something that 6ix9ine was
He's
talking
a
about. He was
performer.
like that. Oh, I need you to sign me. My music's trash, but my video is hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
His new video is hard though. I swear to God, his video.
Hell no, I watched it.
You know what video I'm talking about?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I watched the video.
I love it.
He was in the hood, and then the dude pulled up in the hood because he's saying he can't get touched. Like,
No, not that song. Not that video.
There's a video.
New
like,
video just came out like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Him out of
probably
jail,
before
him a
that.
snitch already. Like,
Yeah, no, it's probably a little
new
bit before,
video.
No, I'm saying it's probably before that new video.
Yeah,
He
this-
did come up with another video, and he was in the hood, and the dude pulled up in the hood, and he wasn't there.
He
And was like,
exposes that.
"You was there a second ago. Where did you go?" Like, and I'm like, "Damn, bro."
So hold on. I gotta, because we gotta start tuning down soon. We kind of a little bit over, but I do got
I'm
one.
telling you, this podcast is going 3
I
hours.
know.
man.
The one thing I want you to speak about is K7, man. I definitely want you to do that,
K7,
man.
okay. K7, another cool friend of mine. So I've obviously been in freestyle music. So me and my girl, we go out to Coney Island and do a big freestyle show.
Okay.
Usually on Labor Day weekend. So we go out there and we get there. Usually get there early. We used to get there early. We used to drink, whatever. Get ready for the show. So we pull in, and then this Escalade pulls in next to us. Whatever. So I get out, and the K7 gets out. So I'm like, oh, that's K7. Like I knew immediately.
Yeah.
So I played off and shit. My girl like, is that K7? Oh, I would be like a fanboy. And
Girl,
shit.
you better get on
So,
my own.
so I'm like, I don't be a fanboy. Like I think that's K7. She's like, is it? I go, I think so. Me, I know
She almost
it's
slapped you.
definitely
Oh, hell
K7.
no, that's K7.
Yo, so she kind of knew too. She's like, oh, let's go talk to him. I'm like, what? She gets out the car.
What?
And he has a brand new. His daughter was brand newborn at the time.
Okay.
So he gets out the car. Wife gets out the car. She goes up. Hey, can I see your newborn baby?
What the?
They say, yeah, sure. They invite her in.
I know you like. I know you're like, girl.
If you did
I'm in the back
if
like,
you
this is
did
really
that,
going down.
you'd be a creep. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
it.
going, I'm like, oh my god. She's like, oh, but my name is Cal. She introduces, and I get introduced. Oh, okay, so I say, yeah, like, no, blah blah. So we start talking. Gives me a shirt, like one of his TKA
What?
shirts.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I posted it on my Instagram. Hey, met K7, tagged him and everything. So he hits me up with a private message. He goes, yo, I didn't know you were a wrestler. Like, I'm a big wrestling fan. Like, let's get up sometime. I'm like,
wow.
yeah. Like, yeah, we can hang out like, whenever.
Yeah. Thank you for asking if you can see the newborn. Like,
So I start
making
promoting.
my
So
day.
boom, he follows me on social media. So I was like, so I start putting my dates. He's like, I'm gonna come check you out wrestling one day.
Nice.
Wow, so finally he comes back right out of the pandemic, 2020, this year, last year. In July, he's like, yo, I'll be in town. I'll come to the show.
Nice.
Bring him to the show. And one of the other wrestlers, Eric James, he comes
Yeah.
out to K7's music. So K7's like, yo, I'll just sing him to the ring.
Wow.
You just come, baby, come.
Yeah, what?
So K7's in the back. He's like, yo, let's go. And he starts singing a song, and Eric's behind him. Oh, it was dope.
I
It was
don't.
so
Eric
dope.
James must have been smiling like,
Yeah, he
Eric
was so like, yeah. Like I hit up Eric too a couple. I was like, yo, I was like, it's gonna be WrestleMania for you, bro. It's like I'll bring K7. K7's gonna sing it to the ring. He's like, oh, that's fucking awesome. I'm like, thank you. I was like, yeah.
Wait, so
And
who
he-
do you
he
come
was-
out to?
I come out to Kanye.
Which one?
So you have a connect.
Which
So
Kanye?
get Kanye. Which Kanye? You're like, I got no connection to Kanye.
Producer, like, yeah, I mean,
Which Kanye?
I do know some people,
Good Life.
but
Okay.
Welcome to Good Life.
Welcome to the
Okay,
Good Life.
okay.
Yeah. So I come out to
you coming
Kanye.
out
Yeah.
there? You coming out to calm and you ready to rumble?
Yeah. So we ready. We ready. But
What'd you
yeah.
come out with the old name?
yeah.
Actually, AG2 Deli, I came out to Nas, the General.
Oh hell! See, he got.
Yeah. Because I called myself the General,
Oh my
AJ2
God.
Deadly.
Hell no.
So I could, so Nas, the whole song's like, brrr, brrr, you know, remember the track.
If you were wrestling Kenny, he would just got out the ring at that point. He's like, oh, I'm good.
It would have been
I'm the mother effing General. Yeah. So,
It would
yeah.
have been done.
Oh, the song hit hard, too. Song hit hard. I remember I used to get myself hyped in the back. Like, oh, man.
I be sweating. I be like to the ref. Give me your outfit right now.
You're
Yeah,
wrestling.
like, you better salute me. You better salute me.
Oh, my
You better
God.
salute me.
If I was a wrestler, I'd come out the phone tap.
Got your phone tab. What you gonna do? That's a good track too. Shout out to AZ. That's a good track too.
Yeah.
I would definitely.
yeah,
yeah,
but yeah,
wrestling
man.
with that one.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, got any gigs on DJing? Like,
I was gonna say, you
live-
give your socials and everything.
Yeah,
'cause I don't want to
yeah.
shut this down, but
Oh no, of
We
course,
got-
of course.
you running out.
Alvin Alvarez. I'm on Facebook, Alvin Alvarez. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. It's AJ4U2C, AJFOR, letter U,
Nice.
number 2, letter C. Yeah, and I got some gigs coming up this month.
Cool,
I'm gonna do
cool.
a communion on the 14th.
Where
Rest
they
on the
at?
Ton. It's local. It's a communion. One of my friends from high school.
That's what we call that's what we call in the business a private gig. Don't worry about it.
So I guess you call it that.
You don't get that address.
Well, speaking of DJs, we got to give the RIP to K. Slay that passed away.
Yes, yes.
I mean, the Drama King,
Drama
K.
King.
Slay.
Man. I had so many of his mixtapes back in the day.
Yeah, man, that was upsetting, man.
He was.
I know our Papoose took it hard because that's how Papoose came up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's, damn.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Rest in
shout out to
peace,
K.
K.
Slay,
Slay.
RIP K. Slay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, you said you got the private gig, the communion.
Yeah,
What
so I
else you got going on?
So May's Pack, like I said, we got VPW on the 7th. That's
Which
in
I
St.
said,
James.
we gonna be there. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
May
We
7th.
gonna be there.
May 7th, that's VPW. That's in the St. James Sports Arena in St. James, New York. 14th, I got the private event. Then the 20th, I'm at the brewery, Great South Bay Brewery in Bayshore.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
For Outlaw Pro
we're
Wrestling.
going to that. We're going to that.
Yeah,
We're going to that.
There you go. That's a Friday night. In the main event, that's going to be me. Yeah.
Nice.
And we're going to be taking on Bull James from NXT. And
Bull James
and
is
Willie
good.
Wise.
Bull.
Yeah,
That's my boy.
yeah.
I love.
It's me. Yeah, no, it's dope. It's me and Ray Jazz versus Bull James and Willie Wise.
All right.
Main event for Outlaw, and then the next day I defend the title, which I'll be over 900 days at that point. So I defend the Ace Heavyweight Championship on the 21st of May.
Where's that at?
That's it for now. That's going to be in
So
New
you're gonna
Jersey.
be
That's in Teaneck.
890.
Damn, so
New
you're
Jersey.
moving. You're
New
moving. You
Jersey,
over
yeah.
here. Damn, man.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Not, yeah,
He's a hustler,
893.
man.
No,
Yeah.
how many days you be?
892. At that point, I'll be
He
over
doing the
900.
bad.
Yeah, at that point, I'll be like 910,
9,
915.
10. All right, yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
something like
Nice,
that.
nice.
So,
He
yeah.
can't be stopped.
No, it's good.
Nah,
What did he
No,
say?
wait,
Can't stop.
don't
Won't
jinx
stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
it. Man, don't jinx it. He's good.
Can't,
no.
can't,
Jinx.
yeah.
No,
Because
hell
every time
no.
I said that with WWE characters, they always lose.
P. Diddy
Don't
did
jinx
it.
me.
He's still here.
Don't jinx me. Don't jinx
jinx
me.
So I,
10
if
years
it,
from now, we'll
if
still
it
be on
happens,
top.
you know where to go.
I'm coming right here.
You know where to go. You
Come
go
right here.
right to Kenny. Go right to Kenny.
I'm Samoa dropping Kenny right on this table.
Hell no. You're going to have a dummy in this seat, man. He's going to come in here, choke me out. Oh, no.
It's gonna be a W with dreads.
I lost the belt, man. I lost the belt.
I'm going to be dressed up as Big Mama. Hi, child. Oh, you a big boy.
All right.
Oh, man.
Let's send the ball, Kenny.
There you go. Have a good night.
All right.
Everybody, thanks for watching.
Thank you
This
for our
is great.
guests.
Thank you for our guests.
Absolutely.
We
Thank
love
you
it.
for having me.
He is a hustler. This man is a hustler.
Yes,
we love
sir. Hit him with the applause because, you know, that's our first guest on the
Hell yeah.
Yes, yes.
second
Thank you.
episode.
Absolute.
Thank you. Absolutely, man.
All right, man. We're gonna see you guys on this next one.